The final heat of the opening round of the WSK Open Cup, and this will be absolute dynamite. It is 10 laps. It is the 60 mini final. It never fails to entertain us. It has been a brilliant week thus far here at Adria Karting Raceway. Before we do race the 10 laps here at Adria, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the qualifying, which took place on Wednesday, the heats, which took place on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and the pre-finals yesterday here at Adria. The WSK Euro Series champion 501 for Team Baby Race. René Lammers, arguably the favourite for this, but he starts a little bit further back than he would have liked after dominating his heats. Nicholas Schaufler, the BWT Kart of the Austrian, has been in superb form all week, but it will be a pole who starts on pole in just a moment. The boy from Bangkok, Thailand, Enzo Tarvanishkel, Andreas Cardenas, Salim Hernandez, among those flying the flag for the Energy Kart team. That was the view, the back of Jimmy Halia, Jimmy Le Fantastique du Paris en France, in the 535 Vortex powered Tony Kart. Emanuele Olivieri taking the victory in his pre-final for the Formula K junior team of Yuri Serafini. He starts on the outside of the front row. It is the pole, Maciej Gladic, the second generation racer in the 521 Paralin, who will start out of grid 1. The breeze is picking up just a little bit here. You can see the flags, or you will be able to see in just a moment, the flags flying here in the background. It was incredibly foggy. There are the flags proving me, well, not at all. We had a delay in the program as the fog rolled in over the circuit from the Adriatic coast a few days ago. However, we've got a dry track as you look at Maciej on pole. His grandfather Janusz watching on from their home in Poland, and his parents here at the circuit. Adam, former racer himself, Porsche Carrera Cup and the Volkswagen Golf, or Polo Cup I should say, in Eastern Europe. That was Olivieri, the top Italian. The Swiss Singaporean in the Sauber Kart Republic, Tiziano Monza, starts out of grid 3. And from Peru in South America, in the 508 Energy Kart, this is Andreas Cardenas. The Energy Karts had just been brilliant this week. His teammate, the boy from Bangkok, Thailand, Enzo Tarvanishkel, another second generation racer, starts a spot behind the 511 Energy Kart, alongside the English-born Japanese driver Kin Nakamura Berta, who you may remember missed the WSK Euro Series title by just a few points earlier on in the season. There is Kin. 528 team driver Chetila Racing. Gerasim Skulinov, also for the Formula K junior team of Yuri Serafini, 516. He starts out of grid 7 alongside the WSK Euro Series champion for Team Baby Race. This is René Lammers, the boy from Zandvoort in the Netherlands, another second generation racer, count them, dominating the top few positions on the grid as the 1 minute board goes up. And yes, despite everything that has happened, everything that has changed in the world in the last 12 months, yes, we still do have grid girls. Alexander Bogdanovic, the Slovenian, has finally got himself the factory Tony Kart race suit. And he's been quick as well, the 518 Gamoto entry alongside Davide Bottaro, the Slovenian alongside the Italian for AV Racing in the 553 Paralin. Kian Fardin, the Swiss driver from north of the border. You will be able to pick him out with his plain red helmet from the 6th row of the grid. A problem for Tiziano Monza. His kart has not started, and he's been smacked into by one of the Ward Racing Tony Karts, who was unsighted. Elliot Kaczynski has smacked into the back of Tiziano Monza. This is the grid. Kaczynski with damage. Kaczynski is out. Gladic, Olivieri, Monza does get away. Cardenas, Tarvanishkel, Kin Nakamura, Berta, Skulinov and René Lammers. Bogdanovic, Davide Bottaro out of grid 10. And it's Count Fardin, Marcus Sata, Salim Hernandez, Nick Skulach, another Colombian, Matias Oruela. Dries van Longendonk, he was the fastest qualifier on Wednesday afternoon. Indrik Peschel, Alfie Slater, Caleb G from North Carolina, and Christian Costoya, the Spaniard. Castellich, Caranta, Ortolani, Nicholas Schaufler, Pichella, Killian Yosseron, Griffin Peebles, Oliver Shinmark, Elliot Kaczynski, his card is being pushed away. He's out of the race. There's too much damage. He was unsighted, and he will not take the start. Julius Osiepa, Jimmy Elias, Ricardo Ferrari, and Matic Presha, another of the Slovenians. That's really bad luck for Elliot Kaczynski. Tiziano Monza's car did not fire. Stalled on the start. He has got up and running though. And he's desperately trying to catch up to the back of the pack, which he should do. In just a moment, Indrik Peschel though, from the Czech Republic, he's also had an issue, struggling to catch up to the field, as has Caleb Gaffara from North Carolina, USA. Caleb G, the Florida Winter Tour SCUSA Super Nationals champion. First run in WSK, has just left pit lane a few moments ago. He will likely miss the start. He's trying to catch up to the back of the pack, as is Indrik Peschel. Maciej Gladic, the pole on pole, has no problems though. Peschel just rejoins. There he is in the background. And Caleb Gaffara going by in the back of your screen, trying to catch up to the back of the pack. The field come up to the line. Gladic, the pole on pole. And thankfully for Caleb, we do another lap. Wow, did the American have a stroke of luck then? Caleb Gaffara comes across the line now, off screen, and he will just catch up to the back of the pack. Of course, he took out the Florida Winter Tour Championship earlier on in the year, started racing back in 2015. Florida Winter Tour champion last year, also won the WKA Manufacturers Grand Nationals in 2019. And he can just see he comes into view, or he will in a moment. And Caleb Gaffara will take his position, and we will race with 33 karts on the track. Of course, Elliot Kaczynski out before the start. There's Caleb in the background. There's Maciej in the foreground. Olivieri alongside him. The Italian, the pole on the front row of the grid. The WSK Final Cup, round 1 of 2 here today on the 29th of November, the last event of 2020. Gladic leads the field up to the line. And we race. Tarvanishkal darts out to the inside. We've got the energy cards absolutely everywhere in the top pack. Move down the inside, and Tiziano Monza has gone through to take the lead. Gladic back into second place. And then Enzo up into third on the opening laps of the race. There's Ki Nakamura Berta, who goes in very deep, runs off the circuit. He loses a ton of time and 3 places in the process. So Monza has got the race lead from Maciej Gladic. There is Enzo, there is Gerasam Skulinoff and Emanuele Olivieri, the Formula K team karts. P4 and 5, they trade positions. As the Russian goes past the Italian, Gerasam Skulinoff. You may remember the corresponding event right here at Adria 12 months ago, when in the 60 mini final, the Russians finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Unfortunately, they have been affected more than most by these punitive travel restrictions, but we do have some Russians here, and we've got one in the top 5, not as numerous as they once were, as Gladic retakes position 1 from Tiziano Monza. Gerasam Skulinoff just behind. He is flying the flag for the nation we once knew as the Soviet Union. Big crash in the background off screen has taken out Kian Fardin, and also Jimmy Elias. We believe we will go full course yellow. We are waiting, certainly a local yellow flag at the moment. Maciej Gladic does not know what's happened. For the moment, it is still green, with a local yellow only in the final. They'll go past the accident scene in just a moment. Nick Skulacz, Kian Fardin. A concern for the driver involved. They're coming past the accident scene at the moment with just a local yellow flag. So we do race green. That was Jimmy Helias involved in that accident, and also Kian Fardin and Nick Skulacz. So we do race on, the leaders go by. Skulacz steps out of his kart, he looks to be okay. Now concern for Jimmy Helias. So this is the final, the end of lap 3. 460 Mini, we'll check the order for you in just a moment. As they come across the line, we're keeping one eye on the incident off screen. Gladic from Skulanoff and Tiziano Monza, 1, 2, 3. And also in the battle for the lead, Rene Lammers. Ominously, the Dutchman into 4th place for Team Baby Race. Rene Lammers down the inside and takes position 3. And good to see Jimmy Helias off screen has stepped out of his kart and looks to be okay. That is really good news. Jimmy Helias being attended to by the team, but he's walking away from the scene right there. That is great news to see Jimmy is okay, along with Nick Skulacz. And we continue to race green. Skulacz, Fardin and Jimmy Helias involved in that accident. We stay green, but they are walking back and they look to be, relatively speaking, okay. Kian Fardin, in fact, has rejoined the race. He's down in 31st place. So that was a distraction for the start of the race as the sun comes out to shine. Gladic, Skulanoff and Rene Lammers, 1, 2, 3. So Tiziano Monza, Olivieri is right there as well. As Skulanoff goes down the inside and takes position 1, Gladic goes from the lead of the race back to 5th position. Olivieri takes him as well, as does Monza. In the Kart Republic, there's Kin Nakamura Berta starting to recover. After that disastrous start, he was back into 7th, 8th place. Rene Lammers, he's gone in the other direction though. Move down the inside from Skulanoff, and he takes position 2 away from Tiziano Monza, the WSK Euro Series champion for 2020. It's Rene Lammers in the lead. This is ominous. He started out of grid 8. He had superb speed. His mother Mariska here at the circuit. His father Jan could not be here because he is commentating live for NOS TV in the Netherlands. This weekend's Bahrain F1 Grand Prix, but Jan, your boy, we know you are nervously watching on. And the 2nd generation racer, your son, Rene Lammers, is in position 1 for Team Baby Race. There are still 4.5 laps remaining though. And the Formula K karts, as another one goes down the inside and takes Kin Nakamura Berta. That is Olivieri. The bottle green machines are quick. Gladic in 3rd place. As they come across the line, Kin Nakamura Berta, he was under investigation a few moments ago. He did not get the good start, but he has been given a 3-second penalty. So that puts Kin Nakamura Berta down in 14th place. He's effectively out of the race, despite the fact he is in this battle for the lead of the race. He's 4th on the circuit, but with a 3-second penalty, he's down in position 14. That's disappointing for Kin Nakamura Berta. You remember the WSK Euro Series when he lost that championship title by just a handful of points to the driver who leads the race, Rene Lammers for Team Baby Race. Skulanoff in 2nd. He was on the podium right here at Adria with 6 of his countrymen. At the end of 2019, the WSK Final Cup. Gladic in 3rd. Skulanoff pushes Rene Lammers down the straight. They're pushing just over 104, 105 k's an hour, these 60 Mini drivers. It is a quick circuit, an average speed of over 80 kilometers an hour. And where you're as young as 8 years of age, that is really quick. Skulinov in second, being pressured by Maciej Gladic. The Pole wants the victory. Multiple Polish champion. He's been on the podium in WSK International Racing so often over the last few seasons. Has Maciej Gladic finished third at Franciacorta, the new circuit, just outside Brescia in the recent Rock Cup International final. That was a Paralin 1, 2, 3. And at the moment, it's a Paralin 1 and 3 split by the Formula K of Gerasim Skulinov in second place. Lemmers, the gap, it was 0.09. It's a tenth of a second. It's now evaporated before I even finish this sentence. As Gladic pushes Skulinov down the straight, and Skulinov is right there. There's an opportunity for a move, but Gerasim is waiting over the ripple strip. They go, disregard effectively. Kin Nakamura-Berta in the background. He's fourth on the road. He's pulling away from Olivieri, Bottaro, Cardenas and Tavanishkul, but he's got a 3-second penalty, which has put him down in 10th. The penultimate lap of the race, the WSK Open Cup, the final here this afternoon. I'll be back for the second round later on today to finish a tumultuous 2020 series. Lammers down through the chicane, gets the last lap board. Team Baby Race, Formula K and Team Paralin. Now he goes defensive. Watch Maciej around the outside. Now he'll try and go the inside. Rene defends. Gladic will try and hold it. Defensive from Rene Lammers. There in the background is Monza, Olivieri, Bottaro and Cardenas. Lammers goes defensive. Watch Skulinov try and sweep around the outside. Maciej Gladic will do the same. Kin Nakamura-Berta is effectively out of it. He goes defensive. Skulinov runs into the back of Rene Lammers. Gladic is on the outside. Gladic is on the inside. Moves into second place. Gerasim Skulinov sweeps around the outside, and that is the ball game. Game, set and match. Gerasim Skulinov for Formula K wins the opening round of the WSK Open Cup. Gladic home in second place and Rene Lammers in third. Tiziano Monza crosses the line with that penalty to Kin Nakamura-Berta. In fourth, just misses the podium, does the Swiss Singaporean. Head of Olivieri, Davide Bottaro, Tavanishko Cardenas. Nakamura-Berta classified ninth. And Marcus Sata, good drive from the Norwegian. And this field of more than 60 karts here this weekend. Marcus Sata in the 546 Energy finishes in 10th place. Highlights of the race. Remember, Maciej, the pole started on pole. Emanuele Olivieri around the outside. Kin Nakamura-Berta, he did not get a good start, but he jumped it. And it went from bad to worse for the Japanese driver, as he got a 3-second penalty for that as well. Tiziano Monza, the early race leader, was soon pushed back to third in the Selva Kart Republic. As Olivieri made his way up through the field, he would ultimately finishing in 5th place. Rene Lammers went defensive. He had to on this 1.3 kilometre circuit on the final lap. Got a touch from Gerasim Skulinov. Gladic around the outside, that became the inside. Lammers back to third place for Team Baby Race. That was gutsy from Skulinov. He just hung it out wide to try and take the victory. It paid off. Gladic was too far back, and it will be the national anthem of Russia that we hear on the podium in just a few moments' time. The Formula K junior team driver Gerasim Skulinov wins from Maciej Gladic, and Rene Lammers from the Netherlands, the WSK Euro Series champion, on the podium in third place. Stay with us, because that podium presentation we will bring you in just a moment, live from Adria Karting Raceway. The podium for the 60 mini category, there is a change to the order. Unfortunately for Getasum Skulinov, the nose cone was out of position. He's copped a penalty, so we've got the driver who finished second taking the victory here in just a moment. So with that, in third place for Team Baby Race from the Netherlands, third place, from Singapore for Team Kart Republic, Tiziano Monza. Second place, the WSK Euro Series champion for Team Baby Race, Rene Lammers. The winner of the opening round of the WSK Open Cup, the all-in team driver from Poland for Team Paralin, Maciej Gladic. Third place, Tiziano Monza. Second place, Rene Lammers. And the winner of the first round of the WSK Open Cup from Poland, Maciej Gladic. And with that, the national anthem of Poland. The podium for the 60 mini final, Tiziano Monza, Rene Lammers, and Maciej Gladic from Poland takes the victory. We'll take a short break here at Adria Karting Raceway. We will come back this afternoon. The WSK Open Cup Round 2 from Adria Karting Raceway. We'll see you in an hour's time.